Blog Talk Radio.
Well, hello, Divas. Welcome back to the Divas That Care Network. My name is Candace Gish, and I am the host of this program. Well, I'm so excited that each and every one of you has tuned in today. I have a great show. I'm actually going to be interviewing our youngest diva yet, and she has got such a great story, and I'm just so grateful that she's come onto our show. She's going to be inspiring each and every one of you today. So for any of you that have just tuned in for the very first time, what we do is that we're a group of women that work together, and what we do is we interview women from around the world. Our hashtag out there is Divas That Care. So if you check that out, you know that it's one of our amazing divas. Also, if you want to check out any of our recorded calls and any of our other hosts, you can go to thedivasthatcare.com. So let's get started, everybody. Well, today's guest, as I was saying, is our youngest diva that we've had on the network. And I'm just so excited to have her on as my guest. Her name is Celia Murhi, and she is 12 years old, ladies. And she's going to be sharing her inspirational story with us today. So, Celia, welcome to the show.
Hi. I'm so happy
doing?
to be here.
Well, I'm so excited to have you.
I'm probably more excited.
Well, Celia, would you mind sharing with our listeners today a little bit about yourself?
Well, like you said, I'm 12 years old, and I live in Edmonton, Alberta. I was born in Lebanon and moved to Canada at age 7. I play 2 instruments, the violin and piano. I also play water polo, and I do some taekwondo.
Oh, my goodness. You are a busy young lady.
True.
And you are also the author of 2 books.
Yes. The Lost City and The Hidden Treasure.
Oh, my goodness. Well, what I want to ask you is, why did you decide to write a book? And how old were you when you first started doing this?
So I was 7 when I first started writing. Well, what led me to writing and thinking that I want to be an author is really that I always loved reading when I was younger. And I would read a lot, and I'd be thinking, well, if these people can write so many great books and have this, like, amazing text, why couldn't I? And so that kind of led me to that. Also, I wanted to be able to make a change by showing that even kids my age and younger could do something big. Because most of us think, well, I have to be older and like an adult to be able to do something. But that's not true. You can make change no matter what age group you're in.
Oh, my goodness. Wow. That is just so inspiring. Everybody's probably thinking of like, she's how old? And she's thinking this because, you know, I look back on my childhood, and I was always just wanting to get outside and go do fun things. And you were like, okay, what can I do? I enjoy this. I want to do this, and I want to inspire others. And I think that is a huge thing, Celia. And wow,
yeah.
I'm very inspired from what you're sharing with us. Why don't you do me a favor? Could you tell me a little bit about the 2 books that you're currently written, and then we'll talk further about some other things.
Totally. So The Lost City is like a beginner's chapter book, and it's about 3 adventurers who go on a adventure to save a lost city from being taken over by an evil sorcerer who wants to steal its power source, which is a book. And The Hidden Treasure is about 3 pirates, almost, who are going on a journey to find a hidden treasure after finding a map inside a book.
Oh, wow. And, you know, for our listeners, I've had the opportunity to read these books along with my daughters, and these books are absolutely amazing. And it's quite inspiring for them, because when I showed my daughters this, Celia, they were like, oh, my goodness, she's an author. You know, this is great. Maybe I can write a book, too. And I think that what you've done is even just inspired others, because they're thinking and they're looking at you. It's like, wow, just like you were saying, if somebody, I can do it, too. And I just think that's great.
Yeah, that's like the whole reason I'm an author.
Is to inspire others. I think that's great. And you know what, Celia, do you want to share with our listeners today, you also do the marketing for your book too. You go out there and you promote it. And I want you to talk about that because that's something that's very intimidating for people that are twice your age that are wanting to do this. They don't want to get out there. They're very scared, but you're doing this and you're like, okay, I have these books. I want to share them with the world, and I'm marketing them, and you're doing all these things. So, yeah, share a little bit about that with us today.
Okay, so when me and my parents decided we were going to publish these books, we wanted to use the hard way, which is self-publishing, and that's when you have your books and you market them and you sell them and you do that kind of thing. So I started off by finding an illustrator and an editor, obviously. And then once my books were ready, I went to Indigo's and I was like, please can I have your books in the shop? And then I started doing lots of events there, which honestly helped me too. I got to see younger people and got to be with them and see what they think of my books. Also I always read biographies of other authors to see what they did and how they reached that point. And most of them had to find publishers and they got rejected a lot. So I didn't want to take that long path, which led me to self-publishing.
Oh, I think it's great. And I want to kind of go back there. You actually go to Indigo's and you read your books out to the children, don't you?
Something like that. So I have a table set up and I have my books ready and I talk to them and tell them what my books are about, and then they get to have a look at them and they decide if they want to buy one or not and that kind of thing. And through that I can see these people and see what they think of me as a young person writing 2 books and all that.
Well, I think that they think you're quite amazing because to be able to write a book, let alone go in and market your book and go and talk to these people, I think what you're doing is a great job.
Thank you.
Are you thinking of doing any more books in the near future?
Well, I've already wrote a lot of books, but I'm waiting for the right moment to start publishing them. I have
oh my goodness,
a few books. One of them I wrote in my language, Arabic, and then I have other books just waiting, and I'm just making sure over to make them better. Because now I look back at the books that I already published, and I find what I need to work on, and all that.
Because you're always improving, right?
Exactly.
Oh, I think this is great. And are you going to be marketing your new book in Arabic? Are you going to be marketing in Canada? Are you going to be marketing in other parts of the world, perhaps?
Well, because in Canada, it's a diverse country, and there's a lot of people, and I know people who read Arabic and all that. So I would, in all places, because I'm already here in Canada, I'd probably be marketing it here. And if I can find people who would support my book somewhere other than Canada, that would be also really great.
Well, I think that's great. And I think that our Divas That Care network, what we'll do is that we will promote it to our tribe out there and see what they think and how they can support you in this endeavor.
Thank you. That'd be great.
Well, we're very excited. We're very excited to see amazing women like yourself, and I always call the young change makers of the world that are really stepping up and doing a lot of things. And when you're writing books, you're doing that too. You're inspiring people and encouraging people to follow their dreams and follow their passions, like you were saying, to do the things that they want to do. It may not necessarily even be writing. It could be something else. But you being that person, showing them that, here I am. This is what I'm showing you. You can do it too. I think that's very inspiring. Thank you so much for doing that.
Oh, thank you for having me on the show.
Oh, well, it's definitely my pleasure because, we want to talk to you about the things that you are doing.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
Well, Celia, is there anything that you would love to share with our amazing listeners today? Any tips, any tools that they could perhaps use, not, in their writing or in their life in general?
Tips. Let's think. So, honestly, for life in general, I learned through this whole thing that having a good attitude and being committed to what you're doing leads to a lot of good things. So that's, I guess, one tip too. And also always like chasing whatever you have as a dream or a passion and building on that, not just like thinking, oh, I can't do this, that kind of thing. Never stop hardworking, never give up, that kind of thing.
Well, I think those are absolutely great tips. And I know that you've got an amazing family that has been very supportive of all that you've done. And it's been just a pleasure having you on today's show. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
And, to all of our listeners out there, this is a recorded program from the Divas That Care Network. Please take this show and send it to your friends and family. What we do is that with the Divas, what we do is we like to lock arms and connect others to the people that they need to be connected with. And we definitely want others to connect with Celia today. So I hope that you go out there and you can purchase your book. And that's another question I have for you, Celia. Can they purchase your book online?
Not yet, sadly.
Not yet. Okay. Well, I know that we have your Facebook page and your Instagram, so can they connect you that way?
Yes, totally.
Okay. So what we'll do is that we'll post all of this information on our social media. If you are interested in purchasing one of Celia's books, we'll have the information on there, and you can definitely get a hold of her. You're not going to want to miss out on these. If you've got children in your family or even grandchildren or, other children out there, you'll want to get one of these books. Celia, thank you so much. I know that you are on spring break right now, and to come onto our show during your time off, I really appreciate that.
Oh, no, it's great. I love being on the show.
Well, thank you again. And thank you to all of our listeners out there. As again, we are very appreciative of each and every one of you that takes the time to listen to our program. We've now been doing this show for 9 years, and it's because of each and every one of you that we continue to do this. And we thank you so much. Thank you very much, Celia, for being my amazing guest. And I hope that each and every one of you out there has an amazing day, and make sure that you do something kind for somebody. And until next time, we will talk to you all later. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye, everyone.